everybody doing out there? Thanks for tuning in to the Paulk Radio Show on this wonderful Thursday evening. That was my man, Crazy Bone. All right. In the studio, we got entrepreneur, this awesome young lady, TT Jones, in the building.
Hey, y'all.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
That's good. You looking great.
Thank you. A little hot, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm here.
I stay hot 24/7. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
That's like my motto.
I'm like the little kid on Charlie Brown, got to carry around a little rag.
Yeah, like you see, I got my rag, y'all. My little sweater rag.
Yeah, so you've been doing big things, staying busy.
Yeah, I try to stay busy. Got to stay busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a little bit. You can push it back to get it out your face. Yeah, just keeping it. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. So what's been up with you?
Oh, nothing much. You know, just working and you know, just trying to stay focused and busy, man. That's it. You know, just started another business, and you know,
Congratulations.
yeah, I got goals.
Yeah.
Definitely got goals. You know, definitely.
So I see you all the time online, you know, with the clothes and all that stuff, you know. And I know that you said you was redoing something, restructuring something, or rebranding. I think it was rebranding, right?
Yeah, I was rebranding, you know, my boutique.
Mm-hmm.
I was rebranding it, but, you know, I decided to close it. It just wasn't my passion.
Okay.
You know, my heart wasn't in it. You know, so I had to, you know, I prayed on it, and I had to let it go.
Gotta listen to the man upstairs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what's up, though. There's plenty of things to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's just not my passion. You know, my passion is helping people. You know, from where I come from. You know, my goal is to start a sober living home for women.
Nice.
Transitional housing for women coming home from prison.
That's so dope.
Nice.
That's my goal.
God bless you, man.
Yeah, that's my goal. I love helping people. I love my job. You know, I work at a treatment center now. You know, helping people. You know, I'm an ex-addict, so, you know, ex-felon, addict, you know, all of that. So that's my background, you know, that's all I know, you know, so that's where God is leading me.
You know what? God is using you as his vessel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
See, I love hearing stuff like this. It's stuff like this, man. So you know your mission in life. That's what that is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your calling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely my calling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's mine too. It's helping people. Because everything that I do is you know, it's involving helping people. Even this platform right here. You know, for people to have a voice. You know, because a lot of people ain't got a voice.
No, they don't.
So this is a platform where everybody can just lay it all out. Whatever you're doing, you can get known.
Mm-hmm.
Because first of all, this is worldwide right here. This goes all over the world. So this internet radio.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Thanks for coming down. You know. So I know they was doing a documentary.
Yes, this is my truth.
Okay.
Starring my daughter, Diamond. She's playing the role of me.
Nice.
You know, that's my little mini me. She supports me in everything that I do.
You can be a model.
Thank you.
Yeah, she supports me in everything that I do.
Nice. And that's very important.
Yeah. So that's going to be dropping soon, probably in like the next couple months.
Okay.
You know, the trailer just came out. Kingsman Media. It's on YouTube. This is my truth. And, you know, I'm just telling it all. I don't have nothing to hide. You know, my life is my life, and I don't regret nothing that I've done.
It's your testimony.
It's my testimony, absolutely.
Yeah, so let the world know a little bit about, what's going on, and, a little bit, little things were going on, or went on in your life for a little bit.
Okay, well, I'm from Youngstown, Ohio, originally. I'm so high. Y'all got something? A book or something?
I got
I don't
you.
know if it's my nerves or what, but I'm hot. I'm from Youngstown, Ohio. Born and raised. You know, I started out young in the streets, 14 years old, selling crack cocaine. You know, I was staying with my brother and his girlfriend. You know, my mom was in the streets too. After she got a divorce, you know, she had to turn to the streets to take care of me. And you know, I started staying with my brother and his girlfriend. My brother got a murder case, and we were struggling. And we ended up starting selling crack. And that's where it all started. I was selling crack, writing bad checks at 14 years old, you know. And I ended up moving in with an older lady, you know, and she, you know, she taught me to be a woman. Um, so I was grown before my time, you know. I was in the bars at 15 years old, sitting on the bar stool praying I didn't see my mom come in, you know, because she worked at a bar. Her family owned a bar. So I looked at grown pretty much, you know. So you know, I was just living a life at a young age, you know, and I started catching cases. I caught my first case when I was 16 years old, but I had a fake ID.
We all had those.
So I went in under the fake ID name, you know. My ear feels so good. I went in under the fake ID name, you know, and when me and my mom got to court, you know, he called the person name. Everybody looking around the courtroom. She like, stand up. So I stand up, and she stand up, and she like, Your Honor, she is not that person. You know, she told on me. She put me out there. She put me out there, you know. So that was my first case when I was. No, I wasn't 16. I was 15 years old. My first case. Then, so I started catching cases, you know, at an early age, and I ended up getting pregnant, having a son. Started selling weed, pounds of weed. Had my own place since I was 16. Started selling pounds of weed. And I met my kid's father. He was the biggest drug dealer in Youngstown. He was the biggest drug dealer in Youngstown. Her dad. He was the biggest drug dealer in Youngstown, you know, and I had lost a job and I moved to, he had some houses in Ashtabula. And he was like, You want to move to Ashtabula? I'm like, Yeah, let's go. So we moved to Ashtabula, me, him, and my son. And they was selling crack. Like, it was going out of style up there. You know, I had a female friend that I just had met, and we got real close, real quick in hours.
This was like back in
1995.
Okay.
1995. And she was selling crack. You know what I mean? They was on the corners with it. They was in front of the house. I wanted some of that money. You know, I wanted some of that money. I wanted to see what it was like. You know, her dad wasn't with it, but I ended up buying me a pack off of my homegirl. And I was on the corner too, you know. And then I had my son up there, and my mom had called me. And she was like, what is you doing? And I was like, I told her. I kept it real with my mom. You know, me and my mom was close, you know. I told her, I said, I'm selling drugs, Mom. She was like, I'm coming to get Dre. And she came up there and got him the very next day. And the next day after that, somebody had tried to rob me. It was a crackhead tried to rob me. And I had this little dirty knife on me. I pulled out this little knife and jumped out the car. So then that made me think I needed a gun. So I got a gun, and the very next day, we all sitting on the porch drinking, smoking, and a group of dudes walked up and pulled the gun, and he's like, you know, he's trying to rob me. a gun on me, so I handed the gun to my kid's father's friend, and they just started shooting, and I got hit 3 times, once in the back, twice in the shoulder. Bullet went right past my spine, you know, and they weren't worried about my arm; they was worried about my back.
Yeah, that's almost like paralyzed.
Yeah, I didn't care about that because I didn't even know I got shot in my back till I got to the hospital, you know. So
it was numb.
I was numb. Yeah, I didn't feel it. It was my arm. So I really didn't care about my back. You know, they life-flighted me to Cleveland, and it just missed my spine.
Yeah, God was with you.
God definitely was with me. He for sure was with me. You know, so I was in a wheelchair for a while. And, you know, I was messed up. When they prescribed me Percocet, that's where the addiction started.
They say that's where it comes from, right?
Yeah. Yeah, pharmaceuticals. Yeah, that's where the addiction started. And it just went from there. I was getting high hustling. That's what I did, you know. Started going back and forth to penitentiary. You know, got 4 penitentiary numbers. I can't give you all of them.
Right.
You know, because I got the documentary coming. You know, I had to catch myself. You know. But yeah, so started going back and forth to prison, doing drugs, heavy drugs too. I wasn't doing no little stuff. You know, I ain't never smoked no crack or nothing. I just gotta say that. But I was doing some heavy drugs. You know, heroin, snorting it. You know. Yeah, I was doing the most. But I was addicted to the money and the lifestyle. You know, I never would wanted to do a drug that was going to take me to my lowest where I have nothing.
Right.
Never. You know, I always had money, cars, clothes, house. You know, I always took care of my kids even though I lost custody of them. You know, I still went hard for my kids.
While you was into this stuff, what do you think what made some of these guys go to that? Like the ones who had it all and started smoking the crack and all that also.
You know what? I really don't. I can't fathom that. I really don't know. I just thank God that I was stronger mentally than that. I just thank God that I was stronger mentally. I can't say weak. You know, I really can't answer that because I don't know. I've never been there. You know, I never wanted to do a drug that was going to take me to my lowest. You know, to where I didn't have nothing.
You learn about other people's mistakes. You see what it does.
Yeah, you know, and that's something I wasn't willing to do. You know, so I really can't answer that. You know, I guess I was just stronger mentally. You know, because you got to be strong. When you're in the streets, you got to be a strong person. You got to have a strong mental, a strong mindset. You know, not to be so weak to fall for certain things and, you know, do things that, you know, you shouldn't be doing. That's going to take you to that level, to your lowest. I can't really answer that. I never understood it myself. You know, because y'all sell these drugs. Y'all see what it do to people. You know, I don't know.
And let it come in, you know, but yet though they want to arrest you, but they letting it in.
It's
only one way.
Yeah, it's the government.
Yeah.
It's all government for sure. I definitely believe that. It's definitely all government.
So you want to make your money, they want to make their money, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, but that's a question that I just can't answer. I don't know. What drives people to, you know, I seen what shooting heroin would do to you. I never shot no dope. You know, I never would do that to myself. You know, I just snorted it. You know, so.
Way back in the day, I knew this guy. His sister was doing stuff like that, but she was shooting her fingertips and underneath her nails. So each one of her fingers was so blown up. It looks like hot dogs when you boil them and they just blow up. That's what her fingers start looking like.
Yeah, that's how they do. Like they swell up, they get them abscess, and they steady be shooting. You know, they steady be trying to find a vein. You know, that's something they have to go to that extent. I've seen people shoot up in their private parts.
Yeah.
You know, just because they can't, you know, find nowhere else for it to go. You know, so that's just the extent that people go to. You know, for the drug. You know, I guess that's where it take you.
I'm glad you're still here and sane and you know.
Yeah, alive.
Yeah.
You know, alive and here to be able to, you know, tell my story and share and, you know, help somebody. You know what I mean?
Honestly, you a living example.
Yeah. I definitely believe that. You know, I stopped believing in God, you know, but he didn't stop believing in me. You know, I always gave up on God through, you know, throughout my addiction and my hustling and my lifestyle, you know, but I was raised in the church, you know, off the gospel music, off of all of that, so it always brought me back to that.
So that stayed in the back of your mind at the same time because if it wasn't for that, you probably wouldn't even follow.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why when I came home this last time, it was meant for me to go to where I went, which was Harbor Lights, the Salvation Army. It was a church in there, you know, so it was like, it was God, you know, putting me in that place, you know.
Now you turned your life around.
Yeah.
You've been turning your life around.
Yeah, I came home in 2019, 2018, I came home. So I was just tired. I was just determined, you know, to get my kids back and to get my life back. You know, I was determined. You know, finally got a job that I ain't never worked no job consistently. Been on time. You know, showed up every day. You know, I never did that. I always would go to college somewhere. I always would get a job, but I would never commit. You know what I mean? I would never commit.
She was out there getting it.
Yeah, I would never commit. You know, I would go be getting high in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Before work. You know, so I got a job at KFC when I first came home, and they hired me. They made me a manager within like 2 months of being there. You know,
I worked at a KFC years ago.
that was my first job actually at a KFC when I was 16. But yeah, I was a manager, and you know, I was consistent. I was always on time, showed up. You know, and then I had to think like that. That wasn't for me. You know, I needed my own business. You know, I'm my own boss. You know, and that's when I started doing the clubs. You know, I just ain't want to do nothing. I was gonna take me back to the streets. You know, because that's easy. Like it's a battle. You know. Still fighting a battle, you know, days, struggling days, you know, I used to that. I used to have the money, you know, if she wants something, or my kids need something, you know, I'm there, and I'm always, you know, the provider, and can get it, you know. So I know I was just struggling not too long ago, and probably about, what, a year or so ago, and I was thinking of going back. And she told me, Mom, that's my worst fear. She said, I don't know what I would do if we go back to prison. She said, I probably would kill myself. You know, and that right there just it was like, yeah, no.
You said, never said on
Yeah,
that.
never said, yeah, no. My baby need me, you know, my kids need me, you know. Yeah.
It's that song, the battle's not over, it's the Lord.
The battle is not yours, it's the Lord's.
Not yours, it's the Lord. That is so true.
That's definitely true.
Mm-hmm. Wow. You know, them gospel songs really, really dig in, put it in there for your soul.
That's what we listen to on the way here. She like, Mom, stop stressing. We're gonna be okay, because I don't like being late, but we way left at the wrong place, you know. So she like, stop stressing. Let me turn some gospel music on and get you together.
She did right.
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
You taking care of daughter, daughter taking care of you.
Yeah, she definitely
What
my
a good team.
caretaker.
Yeah. Ain't no but God.
Yeah, she definitely my caretaker for sure.
And that's a blessing because there's a lot of parents out there that don't have that opportunity.
Absolutely.
Or that relationship.
With their kids?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no. Me and my kids is best friends. I'm cool with all my kids, you know. And you know, a lot of people, you know, say this. You shouldn't be friends with your kids. And they could be right, you know, but I think about what I wanted with my mom, you know, at a young age. I wanted to be able to talk to my mom about sex. I wanted to be able to tell my mom about boys or tell my mom stuff that I couldn't talk to with nobody else. You know what I mean? So I didn't want that with my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to have to sneak and go see a boy and go sneak and go do something because that's when you get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're doing drugs at an early age, at a young age. You know what I'm saying? That's when you having sex, don't know what you're doing. You know, so with my kids tell me anything. I don't care how bad it is. I don't care how nasty it is. They talks to me. You know, we joke, laugh a lot, but they talks to me. They can talk to me, and they not bad kids. You know, she not boy crazy. She don't sneak out the house. None of my kids was like that. You know, so you know, they, I ain't gonna say all that because we is on the radio show. But you know, I just let them, you know, be them. You know what I mean? At home. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, I let them smoke their little weed at home. You know what I'm saying? And I can't smell, so I don't smell it anyway. But you know, I'd rather them do it at, like my grandmother told me, I'd rather y'all do it here than do it in the streets. You know, because they don't know what they're getting out there these days. You know, these kids don't know what they're getting. You know, and all her little friends come over, they call me mom. You know, even my son when he was coming up, his friends was the same way. He had the basement. All his friends kicked it in the basement, and I let them come there for that safe haven. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want them in the streets, running the streets, riding around, smoking, and getting a chance, getting wristles pulled over, or getting shot, or none of that. You know, so I can't say me being a friend to my kids, it have helped our relationship. You know, a lot of parents go through stuff with their kids because of how they is with their kids. You know, a lot of my daughter's friends, they don't like their mothers. They don't like they call me mom.
You know, I think it's important for you to be both a friend and a mom.
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as you know that, you know, you put your foot down, they know what that is.
Right,
You know
absolutely.
what I mean? So because you, now the ones see it's a difference when they say friend. You know what I mean? Now don't be. Some of them be like, okay, they doing things that they should not be doing with the kids. You know what I mean? You know, out here just out here just wilding out acting crazy. You know, that's one thing. Yeah, so yeah, you're not gonna be respected. Your kid's not gonna respect you.
Right.
This and that, you know. So, but yeah, I see exactly where you're coming from, and only the mature minds will understand.
That. Yeah, absolutely, they would. You know, they wonder why their kids sneak out, why they run away. You know what I mean? Why they hold back from them, why they don't communicate with them, why they go to their room and be shut in. You know, they wonder why their kids is like that. I never wanted that for my kids. You know, so, you know, I don't knock the parents that's being a friend and a mother to their child. You know, I tell her no, she be like, Mom. But no, I gotta be your mother. You know what I mean? I'm still your mother. You know, I'm still your mother at the end of the day. Because I don't, you know, parties and stuff like that, I don't really let her go to parties and stuff like that.
It's bad out here. I mean, bad. When I say, I mean quadruple bad out here.
It is.
I mean,
especially in Cleveland.
Yeah, and then people just walk around just for jolly, just to shoot, kill somebody.
Yeah,
Don't even gotta know you. You ain't gotta look at them. You ain't gotta say nothing to them. They just pop.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, it's crazy, man. Or they're trying to snatch you up. And I mean, they ain't just snatching women. They snatching men. I mean, these organs. They making money off of these organ parts. Oh
Yeah, it's crazy.
Everybody gotta watch it.
Everybody, yeah, even us.
Man, this is me. But like I said, I'm glad you're still here. I'm glad you turned your life around and you're doing great. You know, ain't nobody perfect.
Right.
You know, and temptation is always going to be around. When you're trying to do good, the better you do good, the better, the more you're closer to God, the more this adversary is going to test you.
Absolutely.
So, as long as you know that, and like you say, you was raised in the church, just like I have been raised in the church, it's always in the back of your mind. And I always say, I'm so glad I was raised in the church.
Yeah, me too.
And sometimes that don't mean much, but a lot of time it do, and depending on who you are. Because some people go astray go off the deep end.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
I'm not perfect. But there's certain things out here that I'm like, okay, because you know you're home with the wrong crowd. Coming up, growing up and everything like that. But I never went as far as certain people that I know. That was that plan in the back of my head, man. I'm glad. And another thing, I'm a leader.
Right, absolutely. I teach my kids that. You gotta be the leader. You can't, no, you cannot, I don't allow that, I don't play that. I've never been a follower. You know, I've never been a follower. So I definitely teach my kids that they have to be leaders. And none of my kids is followers, actually. None of them.
And see that peer pressure. See, that's where a lot of that peer pressure come in when they that age, you know. Then they friends get, oh, you a chump, oh, you this, oh, you that, oh, you can't, get out of here, you a sucker. Oh. See, that gets you, I'm like, oh, you gotta prove nothing to nobody.
Right.
At all.
Not at all. No, you got your own mind, use it.
They try to manipulate you and all that, so they not really your friends that's doing that. But you know what? It's crazy that parents try to tell their kids that, but they don't listen.
They don't.
So they don't even listen to the people that they hang around. I'm like, that ain't your friend. But they learn the hard way.
Definitely do.
My kids, when they was coming up, they used to be like, Dad know everything. He been through everything he did. I said, no, I ain't did everything now. I said, I learned from other people's mistakes.
Right.
You know, I'm like, hey, no, I seen a lot out here, and I've been around things, man. I done things, but no. I learned from other people's mistakes. I always try to tell them, you gonna walk across the street, rush hour, Carnegie, blindfolded, or with your eyes closed, walk across the street because you see that man did it? Well, man, you can be an idiot if you want to.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta let these kids learn the hard way too.
It seems like that's what they want to do.
That's what these kids nowadays, that's what they want to do. They want to learn the hard way. They're a different breed from when we was coming up.
Yeah.
They definitely a different breed. These kids is a different breed.
But you know what I always said though, and it seems like I could be wrong, but it seems like it was a cutoff like between 1985, and it seemed like from there on it's a different world to me. And the more the years go by, another breed. It's now, especially since this pandemic, and just everybody going crazy. People ain't even professional no more with jobs at all.
No, they're not.
I'm like, man,
They're not.
it's I always say it seems like this world trying to get at that era where you see the Mad Max movies. I always said that, man.
Yeah,
Slowly but surely.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of adults though, like you said, that they don't even take their own advice. You know, they still need to grow up and got some maturing to do.
Change, man. Remember, in our era when we was coming up, grandparents was grandparents.
Absolutely.
And that's why guys used to be like, man, I want to date a girl who was raised by their grandparents, or you know, back in the day, if they wasn't with their parents, by their grandparents, because grandparents was grandparents back then. You know, real taught them everything. Nowadays, these grandparents like really. They trying to be 20 years old right now. You know, so
that's true.
it's ridiculous, man. can't even cook. These kids can't even cook now. You know, they get in a relationship with can't even cook their man dinner. I'm big, I'm hungry, man. I'm starving, huh? Me too.
But they don't even want to learn how to cook.
Come in there and make you a peanut butter jelly. It's like, what?
When I was young, I was in the kitchen. You know, I was teaching myself. You know, my mom worked at GM, so she was, you know, gone all the time. But I was teaching myself, you know, how to cook. I love to cook, bake, all that. I hate cooking now. I do.
Because you're so busy and this and that, you know, doing everything. I told you, I hate cooking too. Shoot, I hate cooking, man. I can cook, but I hate cooking.
Yeah.
I'm so busy, you know. So I was like, man, I need to find me a dog to cook, man. You know, I pay the person to cook. I used to always tell my brother that. My brother got some girl that he pays her weekly and she cooks.
Oh, she pre-prep, meal prep for her?
Yeah, I'm like, man, I need to get with her.
Yeah, I be thinking about that too, but that stuff be expensive.
It do.
Yeah, maybe back in my day, you know.
But I need to get back on my stuff though. You know, I start hitting the gym again.
Yeah, me too. I just went and got me a little membership day before yesterday. Okay. Yeah, I said I was gonna get back into it too, because you know, like it's about what we eat too.
Well, see, after I got sick, I dropped weight from that. You know,
oh
so
yeah.
I dropped a lot of weight. So I went into the hospital weighing 265 solid muscle. Come out the hospital weighing 214. I ain't been this small since junior high.
Wow.
So I don't feel right. Everybody was like, man, it's a new you. I don't like that new you.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, see, you got sick, so it wasn't like you was trying to lose the weight.
Right.
You know, so that's.
Don't stress over it. About getting smaller. It's okay. It was meant to happen.
It's a man thing, you know. Like women like to lose weight, men like to gain weight. You know what I mean? Or one.
Yeah, I know, but everything happens for a reason.
A reason,
So
yeah.
you got sick. It probably happened for a reason.
Yeah. You're right. You're definitely right. I like this though. You know, the youth. You know, because they're the future.
Yeah, that's my little spiritual being now. She ended up reading the Bible. And my kids wasn't raised in the church. Cause like I said, I didn't believe back then. You know, I was an atheist. And when I came home, I did, you know, I started watching Pastor Vernon in prison. That's what got me back into church. I started watching Pastor Vernon. And I started getting up every morning watching him at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I didn't miss a beat of it. So when I came home from prison that year, I took them to his church. That's when he had the church in Akron. That's when we was all living in Akron. And I started taking them to his church, and they really enjoyed his church, you know. And I didn't pull them into the church to want to get into it and want to go. You know, my son maybe, but not my girls. But her lately, she been on it. She been so on it, like sending me scriptures and, you know, gospel music. You know, I like my gospel anyway, you know, but, you know, she getting into it now, so.
Continue.
Yeah, it's interesting to me. And
it feels good too, don't it?
Yeah, it just feels like when you learn more and stuff like that, everything comes together and makes more sense, especially the Bible and about God. Like, you'll think, like, why is my life going this way? It's all for a purpose. So it just helps. For me, it's just helping me, like, keep faith, like, trusting in God, because that's how you're supposed to live. If I trust in Him, like, this was telling her not to stress earlier, because everything happens for a reason. And it's all gonna work for her good, so it don't even matter. But I just feel like keeping the trust in God and stop stressing and stuff like that. Like, it helps a lot. People honestly don't know how much it helps. Like, it helps a lot, and your blessings come like that and everything.
Even just to say His name.
Yeah, like.
You know, and if you notice, everything that's happening out here, that's why I never be like surprised when I see or surprised to hear what people say come out their mouth, because like I said, I was brought up in the church, the Bible and everything that's in that Bible, you see what's going on.
You see,
everything that's going on is in the Bible.
Yeah, that's because Jesus is coming, clearly.
Yeah.
So everything is happening happening now, and that's why when you guys were talking about the generation now, that's because we're finna be the next ones, like, cause the world finna end. So all of this disaster, he's finna come, cause he's 40. Like, why?
Just like they were saying, monsters want to walk upon the earth. He ain't talking about no creature, one-added monster. No, he talking about us. We the monsters killing each other. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
So
they're killing everybody, and I just feel like he's finna come back because I don't think like I ain't see this much killing like I don't know since I've been born like
that and the pandemic that killing us all.
Yeah, the pandemic was crazy.
So you know, I mean, this ain't just no. This is on purpose.
Yeah, with like all the aliens and stuff that they say that's coming back and stuff like that. That's why I'm just getting into it now because it's very understanding. You'll understand what's going on around you and more like that. So
Now, how old are you?
17.
17.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Man, keep up the good work. Keep on reading. You know, continue believing in God. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is. Definitely is. But people, they don't see that because they put in all these crystals and stuff and like different religions and like beliefs and stuff on earth. So it's really drawing us from God and not towards God because they're focusing on everything else except for God and His Word.
Everything is a distraction.
Yeah, it's a big distraction. It's like everything like is a big distraction. Like if you're not consistent, like telling yourself read your Bible, pray, like it's very hard because all these distractions, like
That's why they took stuff out of the schools. You know, the private Christian schools and everything. You know, a lot of public schools they took a lot of stuff out. So if you notice, if a guy wear a shirt with Jesus on there, they kick him out.
Yeah.
But if he wear a shirt with someone with the middle finger up,
it's
cool.
it's definitely okay.
I'm like, man, this
Schools
is.
ain't teaching our kids nothing no more. Like the stuff that they teaching them, they don't even use it in their everyday life.
They took everything out. They even not even teaching cursive writing. No kids cursive writing.
Yeah, I used to actually. I had cursive writing in 3rd grade. We learned cursive. I don't know what's going on now because
They don't do it no more.
They don't.
And I believe the reason why that is because that's signing something. You have to sign. So if you can't sign something, somebody gonna do it for you. And guess who that is? It ain't your friend. It's the person that's gonna take everything away from you.
yeah.
They don't teach them about finances. They don't teach them how to cook, no home ec, no none of that. They don't teach these kids nothing.
And then everybody's leaving school. Like, nobody goes to school now.
Homeschooling, but you know what? I don't blame them on that because all this crazy stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, little kids bringing guns. Little kids, elementary, bringing guns. You know.
I've been on the Clean Up Remembrance, like all the games, like they have shootouts at the games and the football games and stuff like that. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's what I'm saying now.
Everywhere you go, man. Just like I just read something today, like yesterday morning, 3-year-old baby got shot.
Oh yeah, and that's the crazy part is all these babies, they're gone, they're leaving. Like I ain't never seen so many babies dying in my life.
Yeah.
And it's like their parents is killing them. The parents are killing them. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy.
The women getting shot, the men killing their women.
It's sad.
It's so sad.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Man, look. I'm so glad I'm single. I've been single for years. First of all, I love my peace. I'm the type that I'm a laid back person, quiet person. I don't like confrontation and that stuff, you know. So I love
My peace. Me too.
And your home is your sanctuary.
Yes.
Peace.
So that I can agree with you on that. Yes. Like if I feel like, you know, I don't feel like I'm gonna ever get married. But if he who findeth a wife findeth a good wife, you know what I mean? So if he find me and, we mesh like that and it's meant to be, but other than that, yeah, I don't put up with no mess. I'm not, dating, you don't even know how to date no more. They don't even know how to date no more.
And everything don't take money.
It don't, no, it don't. It absolutely don't. You know, people ain't consistent. You know, like, yeah, like, just leave me alone. Let me have my peace. And that's important to me.
And they don't know how to talk to each other.
Yeah, no, they don't know how to communicate.
It's crazy.
It is. It's sad.
And it's nowadays, I wouldn't even say nowadays. From beginning, you're supposed to have, like each other's back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the type of, okay, let's just say everybody always trying to match something up, but it don't always have to be a match like that. This person into something, okay, that person into something, but even if I'm not into that, I'm still going to support you.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Absolutely. Yeah, people are so opinionated. You know, they don't want to support you. And in relationships, your partner will be jealous of you. You know, if you're making more money or if you know, got more friends or got better job, you know what I mean? They jealous. They jealous of that. Why?
Just like they say here, I ain't said guys, oh, she made more money than me. I can't give her. Who cares?
Yeah, like who cares? Right.
People block their blessings and they just
they
don't
do.
understand.
They do.
But speaking of that, decisive,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna go to like a quick 5-minute break.
Okay.
Yeah. A quick 5-minute break. So we will be returning right after this message.
Violence can affect all parts of your life, sometimes in ways you can't see. Violence can affect the way you eat. It can affect the way you sleep. It causes you to lose focus, feel angry, afraid. Look, or you even use drugs or drinking as a way to escape. But we're here to tell you that violence doesn't have to keep hurting, and you can change your life starting now with help from the Trauma Recovery Center. We want you to take control of your life because today can be the day. The Trauma Recovery Center offers real help for real needs in real time. They offer services for food, clothes, safety, emotional support, and a whole lot more. So do not let violence control you. You can break free, and TRC can help. Give them a call if you're listening. If you're watching, the number's on the screen, 216-644-5487. They will come to you wherever you are. They are free. They are 24/7 and confidential. They can give you the tools to rebuild your life and your health. Call today. 216-644-5487. The Trauma Recovery Center of Northeast Ohio, also affiliated with the Center for Families and Children.
Welcome back to the Southern Park Radio Show. T. Jones in the building. Y'all don't forget the phone lines is open. 216-939-5087. The phone lines is open. You want to talk to T. Jones? 216-939-5087. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
The phone lines is open. Call in. So, tell everybody your platform, like where you reach that,
Well, I'm on Facebook. It's TT Jones, capital T-E-E, capital T-E-E, one word, Jones. And my business page is Bad Ladies. BAGLADIEZZ.
Bag lady, you collection. It's one of your collections.
Outfit.
The glasses.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So you closed your store, but are you still selling your clothes? Like, you know, some people got these stuff and they're selling out the house and stuff like that. You just done with it, period.
No, I do Facebook Lives, selling bags and clothes, designer inspired, stuff. I just, I don't do it every day. I do them here and there.
But you got it.
Yeah.
She got some dope stuff, y'all. I done seen them too. As you can see what she's wearing.
Yeah. Definitely got some dope stuff. Good quality. It's on my time. That store was draining me. I didn't have time for nothing. Work, store. Working my regular job into the store. It was draining me.
So how do you feel now? Like since that's what you're doing your thing. How do you feel?
I feel real good. I feel real good because, like I said, that store wasn't my passion. Fashion, ain't really my passion. You know what I'm saying? I can dress. You know what I'm saying? But it just.
I can't tell. It ain't your passion.
I can definitely put it on. But as far as to just dedicate my life to that,
right.
That's just not. That's just not. It was a hustle, but it's just not what I. When you have a business like that, you have to be passionate about it. To make sales and to market and to, I was into it at first and was I into it? Like,
When you started learning, like,
the learning part of
it, but like, it was just like you had a store. You went every day and worked, of course, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to promoting and marketing the store and stuff like that,
and that's where you gotta constantly market promotion. But I did see her online a lot, doing that, selling the clothes and.
Yeah, I started doing videos. I'm not for the camera. I am not a camera person. I don't like taking pictures. None of that stuff. So I just had to, get on there and just and stop worrying about what people think and just be me.
We can take some pictures when we get out.
Hey, real quick, y'all, we got a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Freddie Taylor, T.T. Jones' brother. I'm calling from Decatur, Alabama.
Oh, hey. Hey, Freddie.
I just want to call in and let my sister know just how proud I am of her, man. I just wish her all the best, man. Continue doing entrepreneurship. I love you so much.
I love you too, brother. And I'm proud of you too. We came a long ways, both of us. I started with him. You know what I mean? Like I said, I ended up staying with him. When my mom was in the street. He ended up going to prison, doing all that time, and that's when I turned to the street. But he just turned his life around too recently.
God is good.
Yeah, so I'm proud of you too, and I love you too.
I love you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Just, stay grounded and just keep the faith. That's all. That's all I can say.
All right. Thanks for calling in, man. God bless you.
Okay, thanks, man.
All right. You're welcome.
Man.
Yeah, that's what's up. You know, family is everything.
Yeah. Well, they is.
But not
You
really.
said that, man.
It's really just the genuine people that you
Yeah.
see. Like, you can see, like, a friend, and y'all be like sisters. Like, because it depends on their heart, where their heart is.
Yeah, it depends on, yeah.
But
Family will
other-
drain you.
Yeah. They'll take your off from you.
Yeah.
Break you down.
Family will drain you, like, mentally, emotionally, so it's just with me, family is, the people that love me and care for me like I love them and care for them. That's what family is to me, because, I don't know, these families nowadays, they just ain't the same. They ain't like we was when we was coming up. They don't have big cookouts and, be at grandma's house, and they don't do that type of stuff. They don't communicate, and they don't talk, and they distant, and they arguing, and they beefing, and they cussing each other out, and I don't have time for that.
Right.
So I don't have a lot of family left, but the couple that I do got, I only have a few that I love them, I love them genuinely, and I disconnect from a family member real quick. I'm telling you.
Where you disconnect from
I
everybody.
will, like, if you draining me, like you said, your piece is everything.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
no matter
like,
it don't matter who you
No
are.
matter who you are,
yeah.
your piece is everything.
If you ain't getting treated right, right ain't right.
Yeah, because I got a good heart. I love helping people, and I don't do it to throw it up in people's face or none of that. I do it because that's my heart. I don't do it looking for nothing in return. But that's just my heart. That's just who I am. You know what I mean? But some people they don't have no respect for that.
Right.
You can't get you out of people.
Yeah, that's her biggest strength.
Hey,
Mine's
you
too,
know
though.
what? I had to learn that a long time ago. I learned because my heart is so good. It's like you expect others to be like that.
Yeah, you do.
Especially I'm a man of my word, so I expect other people to be
Yeah.
man or woman of theirs. Whoever you're dealing with. So it's like when people you look at them a certain way. It used to piss me off so bad, but you know what? I had to learn. Everybody's not like that.
Can't get you out of people. Loyalty is big. I'm big on loyalty.
And that's why I'm very skeptical of who I do.
Absolutely. I am big on loyalty. I probably got about 5 people that I can call a friend. You know what I'm saying? And we don't talk every day. You know what I'm saying? But when we do, we do. But they just hard to come by. Friends is far and few now. Like, you can't call. I teach my kids that. Like, they don't got a lot of friends either. You can't call people your friends nowadays. I'm your friend. That's what my mom always told me. And I learned that the hard way. I'm your friend, because
That's like we were just saying earlier. By being, the adult and the child.
Right.
They friends.
Loyalty. I was always big on loyalty in the streets. You know what I mean? Always been a very loyal person. I put my all into relationships, not just with no man. With a friend. With whoever I'm in whatever type of relationship it is, I put my all into it.
That's how I am too. What sign?
I'm a Leo.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like that too.
Virgo is what month?
September.
August, September. Yeah.
Oh, so your
End
birthday just
of
passed.
August at the
Oh, happy belated birthday.
Nice. And I was on the 8th.
Oh, yeah, happy belated birthday. Yeah, it's just sad. Like, people just, I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, stuff just be common sense. And I don't understand people. And I guess it ain't for me to understand.
Exactly. Nice. I always say, I'm not about y'all to rack my brain trying to understand.
Yeah, like, it's not for me to understand. It just be, I just gotta realize that that's something that they, dealing with within them. You know what I'm saying? Something they gotta figure out, not me. And I'm not gonna let you drain me and make me think that it's me either.
Exactly.
Because people will turn it around on you.
Because I'm like, man, ain't no way in the world. You know, just like I'm saying earlier, how people act like they don't know. I'm like, they know. They understand.
Yeah, they do.
They not born. You not born retarded, so
Yeah.
you ain't got no excuse. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know better.
They do, but they don't want to admit that.
They don't care, and they take everything for granted.
They take it personal.
So, about this documentary. So, what brought that up? What made somebody take interest? That is an interesting, what you went through.
Well, it's crazy. Kingsman Media, he's from Youngstown, Ohio originally. But he used to be in the streets too, back in the day. But he moved to Atlanta years and years ago. And now he shoot the stars. You know what I mean? He be on the red carpets at the awards. You know what I mean? He's big in the industry up here. As kids coming up, I really didn't know him like that, but I knew of him just like he knew of me. You know my kid's father real well, but I had just posted. I did a fashion show because when I had the boutique, I was doing fashion shows. I did a fashion show. It was a Save a Life fashion show for suicide, and they asked me to speak at the fashion show. And I didn't want to do it. It was my first time speaking. I'm like, no, I can't. No, not in front of people. No, absolutely not. So, of course, they talked me into her, and, they talked me into doing it. And it was my first time speaking and, telling my story. And, some of my story anyway. And I posted it on Facebook. And he inboxed me. And he said, would I be interested in doing a documentary? You want to fly down and shoot it?
Yeah, sure.
I'm like, why not? And then he starts saying he needs somebody to play the role of me, and I'm like, my daughter,
Yeah.
Well, who else? Who else better than play that role of me is my daughter, and she
nailed it.
She nailed it. He came down, he shot me, and then he, flew back down and did the scenes with her.
Congratulations.
Yeah, she aced them roles too. Like I said, she got a sleep condition, but she was not tired that whole time. That's her passion too. Her energy was up. You know what I mean? She was pumped, and she was killing them scenes. So yeah, that's how that came about.
Well, next time somebody looking for some extra.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I do a lot of movies and stuff like that.
You got one premiere, don't you? About to premiere?
Pretty soon. Yep.
At the Lakeshore.
Yeah. Yep, that one.
At
Yep.
the Lakeshore.
Movie theater?
Sure.
I've been had like 3 or 4 of those already premieres, and I never went to not one because I'm always busy doing something else. So this will be my first time going to see myself on big screen.
Yeah.
I got a small role in this, but a role is a role.
Oh my gosh, a roll is a roll. You're on a string. Well, did you have fun?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. And I have played bad guy, played good guy, I played comedy guy. I can do all,
Jack of all trades. Yeah. I be watching you. Yeah, he be bodyguarding stars too.
Yeah, I'm an industry bodyguard.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I made them.
The business card? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I've been doing that, man, since the 80s. The first person I bodyguard was Ron DMC. And the person who got me into this was a guy named Silver B. Bridges. Rest in peace. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Big community guy, man. I done bodyguard some of the best.
Yeah, I be watching you. You do your one too.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely be busy.
And that's what it takes.
It is. It do. Dedication. Yeah, consistency.
Like, when I came out of the hospital, the doctor told me to take it easy. I took it easy, I took the word, but I can't stand still for so long.
Yeah.
God said, peace be still.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah. I had a surgery not too long ago. I was supposed to have been off work 2 weeks. I was back to work that following week.
She was not playing. She was not
She workaholic though. You know what I mean? Things gotta be done. You know what I mean? It's hard to sit still when you so used to moving.
Yeah, she do move a lot.
That house, I couldn't take it no more. I could not take it. I had to get up out of there. Yeah, I called my job, told my boss I'll be back next week. I feel fine, so it's just that dedication. Like I said, I love my job. I miss the girls. They're my clients. You know what I mean? I love my job. Women look forward to seeing me, I'm one of the staff members they can talk to, about anything. And I share with them. A lot of the staff don't talk to the clients about their life and their past, but I do, I tell them what I'm going through, and they appreciate that, and they respect that, and it helps them.
A lot of people don't open up like that.
Yeah, no, they don't. I'm my life an open book. I've been where y'all been, I want to see y'all make it. You know what I mean? If nothing else, complete this program, I tell them that all the time. Complete this program. I'm sure you never finish nothing. So.
Well, you the best teacher there. You've been through the stuff, so it ain't nothing like it.
Yeah, but you got staff in there that's been there too. A lot of them is in recovery. I'm not in recovery, but a lot of them, AA, NA, CA, BA, BA, GA. A lot of them, is in recovery, and it's like they don't. I don't feel like they treat the clients like they should, like they've been there. I don't feel like that. I don't like how they talk to the clients. Some of them, I don't like, how they interact with them. You know what I mean? And I think that's what kind of pulled me away from recovery. Because they gossip. It's a fashion show. And I ain't knocking it, to each his own. It just wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. When I said I was done, I was done. So some people need it, some people don't. And I'm not a big gossiper and be talking about people, and I'm just not that person. So
That's messy.
Yeah, definitely messy. The sponsor wanna run your life, tell you can't. She told me I needed to take my car back. Like, lady, you don't know me. I wasn't the addict that sold my car. You know what I mean? I wasn't that addict. You know what I mean? I need to give my boyfriend all his money back. Like, what? Yeah, you're not about to run my life.
You're like, oh, let's go.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you can give me some advice, but you're not about to run my life.
Right. It's a whole different story.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do, though.
They do.
But I'm glad that, like I say, you turned your life around, you're not doing that no more, you got, people in your corner, you got me in your corner, too. That's
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
Okay. It's a good add-on.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good add-on.
I like what you're doing, and I reach out to people that I see that's serious.
Yeah, I was in my inbox. Y'all was like, you and Kingsman Media was in my inbox probably like right around the same time. I think it was you and then him. Or him then you. It was one way. It was like back to back. I was like, okay.
I like seeing people do something. See, I I'm like, you know, somebody playing football, you got basketball, you got the scouts out there looking. That's how I do when I have, a lot of time people come to me all the time when they get on my show. But when I scout, see, because I like to see what people doing. I look at their social media. They got a bunch of bull crap. You ain't serious.
Right.
To me, that's my opinion.
Right, absolutely.
And I'm like, no, because you look on my page, you ain't gonna see no crazy.
Right.
You gonna see work, 24/7. So I'm like, no, you got that much time off to just come on, no.
Yeah.
But when I see you consistent and certain things you put up, little messages, I'm like, okay, yeah, she's serious. I like to have her on the show and everything because I like seeing people do good.
Yeah. It makes me feel good when, people reach out to me because I had the Salvation Army. I was, like I said, when I came home, I was in the Salvation Army Harper Lights right there on Prospect. They reached out to me and they wanted me to come do an interview with them, and they're going to play it in front of like over how many thousands of people? It was me and her. And I think I had sent it to you.
I think you did.
I don't know if I sent you the one of me and her or was it the trailer for my documentary. I don't know. It might have been the one of me and her, but so it's gonna be played in front of over like 1,500 people or something like that. With me telling them, my experience, strength, and hope at the Salvation Army and what I got out of it. So that's on the 20th. They're doing a big event that day and it'll be aired that day. So I'm excited about that too.
It's gonna be where?
It's gonna be aired.
Aired. No, I mean where?
Well, I don't know exactly where it's going to be. I look at the location when it's that time. But
that's how I be. Like,
I don't know if that's maybe like something they do every year, maybe for funding purposes. I don't know who the 15. I didn't even care. You know what I mean? I didn't even care. I was just excited about them even reaching out to me, asking me to do the interview. Out of all the clients that they didn't have come through there in the last 4 or 5 years, they picked me. So I was just excited about that. So yeah, that'll be on the 20th. It's a special event, something like that. So I'm excited about that.
Me too.
Me and her get to go and watch it, with the people. Yeah. Them showing all my mug shots. Like they asked me to send them a mug shot. I sent them like 9 of them.
And they gonna use all of them.
Listen, when I seen it, I'm like, oh no, them 2, they gotta take them 2 down. I'm like, no, I looked like I was smoking crack. And she like, no, Mom, that's who you was. And I'm like, first I texted her, I'm like, can you take them top 2 pictures off of there? And then I talked to her about a couple other people. They like, no, that was you. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
The hell out of you. That's who they come to see. That's who they want to see.
I know, but them 2 mug shots, I probably have been up for about 2 weeks. I was looking a mess.
When you look a mess, but it's still showing some growth.
That whole thing is a blessing.
How far you came.
It's a blessing, no matter what.
Yeah, I had to look at it like that. She was like, you sure? She's like, I can have them take it off, edit it and take it off. I'm like, no, just go ahead and leave them. It is. It's who I am. And I don't got nothing to hide. I'm an open book. I will, anything that I did, I will speak on it. And I don't regret nothing that I did. You know what I mean? It made me who I am today. So.
Awesome.
It's an open book, I'm here for it all, I ain't got no shame in nothing, and I didn't have no shame when I was in addiction. I didn't have no shame then, because, I had a pocket full of money, I had a nice car, a house, hair done, nails done, and I got high in front of whoever, wherever, it didn't matter, Yeah, that's just who I was. You either don't accept me, and most people love me.
Everybody loves you.
Even through throughout my addiction. You know, I probably a little bit meaner.
Yeah.
But other than that, everybody loved me. You know.
You a little meaner because that's not you for one, because that's the substance that you use.
Absolutely.
You know, but you got a good soul, because that's what a lot of people love you. That's what draws people to you. Your soul.
Yes, they do, because she has a very good heart, and she always, I feel like she's a very reliable person. She's somebody you can call and be like, oh yeah, she's on her way. So then that does draw more people closer to you, just like talking to her clients at work. Her being able to talk to them and be understanding, that draws relationships and make people like you and respect you more, because
it does.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. It does. But at the same time, you still gotta watch it, because people they'll run you.
Oh no, they know not to play with her. They know.
You give too much. You know what I mean? And sometimes, you know, I always say, God help those who help themselves, but don't be a dummy. You know what I mean? Because you can't help everybody, because now you're not helping yourself. Now you have to balance it out. You have to find your way, because everything in the Bible is meant for us to understand.
That be my problem too. Sometimes, I try to help everybody. That have been my problem. I've cut back a lot, and maybe it's because of my financial situation now, and I don't have it like that. But I definitely have cut back, because I try to help everybody. Like, oh, you need a car? Oh, I'm gonna help you get a car. You know what I'm saying? You need an apartment? I'm gonna help you get an apartment. I'm just that type of person. If I got a friend or a family member and they struggling with something, if I got it, you got it. I'm just that person. If I got it, you got it. But when I ain't got it, who can I call on? Like, I have nobody to call on.
And that's why I say, Adam and God meant for, just like Adam and Eve, went from man and woman together. You find that person that you can lean on, each other, hey.
Yeah.
The world be yours,
I do got one cousin I can call on. I can say that. She don't got a lot of money, but if I need a quick $50 and she got it, she go cash up it to me. No problem. But I always been there for her too. We got each other's back. It's one of my favorite cousins.
But it's that time,
Okay.
So, like I was saying, I appreciate you for coming down,
And I thank you for having me. I absolutely thank you for having me. You ain't want to put me on here by myself, because I was originally supposed to be with somebody else.
Okay.
At first.
Yeah. Do the way it panned out, but I'm sure that your platform, I wanted you to be here by yourself.
Yeah.
It worked out. Yeah.
Well, I thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I was excited about the opportunity.
And you're more welcome to come back whenever.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Anytime.
And I thank you for, coming down, also help taking care of your mother. Got her back. That's the way it's supposed to be. So,
Thank you for everything.
You're welcome. God bless both of you.
Same to you.
Thank
You were the first customer.
Yep. I was your first customer. Yep.
Right, why you ain't having me make that?
I don't know. That was before. Yeah, so she does business cards and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Logos, flyers.
Okay, that's dope.
Got anything?
Yeah, I just want to welcome to the family one of our newest sponsors, the Dedicated Senior Medical Centers of Ohio, Florida, the Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico. Shout out to Ray Feliciano and Irma Figueroa. They run the facilities. We got 3 facilities here in the Cleveland area on Libby and Lee Road. I'll get addresses. On Libby and Lee Road in Maple Heights, if anybody's familiar with the area, that's the old Walgreens. Of course, 152nd and St. Clair, you cannot miss it. It's right at the corner and right across the street from McDonald's. And then, of course, on the west side, What's under 40th and Lorraine, the West Park area. You guys, let me tell you something real quick. If you're 55 and older, you need a health care. You want better health care. You want better attention to your health care. Not just treatment, but prevention and contention of your health. Go to the dedicated senior medical centers of Ohio, you guys. You won't regret it. And guess what? Even if you don't have insurance, they're still going to take care of you. And they offer so much more than medical. So please, 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 when I tell you that prior to even knowing them, I knew other facilities. I knew the type of care they get. These people love their doctors. Their doctors that sit and talk to them and help them with life and their health so that they don't have to come back to it. They're looking for straight prevention of whatever is to come. Prevention, retention, contention, whatever you have, they want to help you get rid of it, not just treat what you have. Talking about real good doctors that pay attention to melanated people, black people, Latinos, because we don't get adequate care in healthcare, So the dedicated senior medical centers for our seniors 55 and over are here to help. Like I said, if you don't have medical care, it does not matter. They will take care of you anyway, so go check them out. The dedicated senior medical centers of Ohio, just telling us that the radio sent you. And we want to thank you for tuning in to the Solomon Pope Radio Show here on the station where we don't bring no static, but we sure don't bring the noise on staticradio.net. Make sure you guys check us out on social media where we absolutely love to hear from you on Facebook.com/No Static Radio LLC, on Twitter at No Static _radio, on X. Did I say that right? On X at No Static _radio, on Instagram at @No Static Radio, on YouTube at No Static Radio, and in our newest platform, Discover.tv. Yes, that's the baby to the parent company of Discovery TV, Discover.tv. Y'all go check everything out on there. It's so dope. If you want to listen to replays of this show and others, check us out on Mixer or Mixcloud.com. Same thing, No Static Radio, all one word. For continuous streaming uninterrupted, check us out on TuneIn.com. MediaQ, which is giving some awesome upgrades, so you guys make sure you go check that out, or live on myradio.net for continuous streaming uninterrupted of this show and all others, and for all things on Static Radio, including up and coming events, merchandise, and a look at all our great shows here. Please check out our website at www.nostaticradio.net. We want to thank you for tuning in on another fine Thursday evening with the Warrior here. You know what it is. We got more music for your listening pleasure here on your voice of the revolution on staticradio.net. Powered by Google, partnered with Colors, and sponsored by the dedicated senior medical centers of Ohio, Vermont Avenue Wines, and Cleveland Rugby League, and Design exclusively. You guys take care of yourself, take care of your others, and we'll catch you this weekend. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh, you guys are so nice. Thanks for having
How
me.
did you say all that?
Everybody, let me tell you something. Everybody say this every show that I have. She do that. Everybody say something. I was like, you gonna be a rapper. You gonna be a rapper.
I wrote the script years ago, and I just implement, for each
Picture
show.
before y'all leave.
Yeah, for each show, I just add in each show.
Yeah, you did that.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank you.
Lord. Now we done got what? Yeah, okay, what? Yep, what?
Thank you. Thank y'all for watching.